Hello everybody, welcome to Betway's Waiter to Win. This is our Sunday race meeting. We're at Hollywood Bet Scottsville. We've got 8 races on the card. I've got both Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows. It'll help us through this card, and we'll start off with a bipod, which is a maiden plate for 3-year-olds. It's over 1,200 meters. I'll go straight to Mr. Marie. He can help me out here and give me some sort of idea as to what we need to do in the bipods.
Clyde.
Happy spring, happy spring.
Same to you, thank you.
Thank you.
You're gonna need a new tailor soon, eh?
Yes.
We're
working on that.
That jacket's
Can't do that.
looking a bit big on
We
you
need
now.
to catch jackpots first before we worry
Tell
about
me,
tailors.
Have you got the bedding there, Clyde?
I don't, unfortunately, but I'll put it up for you.
Yes, get me
I'll
the
get it,
bedding.
but in the meantime, what do you like? I'll find it, you carry on.
I want to know, have you ever heard of that saying, put and collect?
Yes.
This is a case of put and collect.
Is that so?
Yes, the
Wow.
Shepherd.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. That's going to be the strongest maiden form line we've ever seen.
Really?
Sovereign State obviously came out and won again. The second horse, Star Performers, highly, highly regarded. The third horse, Mark de Kock, trained, a lovely sort. And the fourth horse, they backed off the boards, King of Souls or something, trained by Tony Riverland. He ran fifth. I don't think he'll come off the bit.
Okay, well, the Shepherd's
I
even
saw
money.
evens. I saw evens. Sure.
That's confirmed. 4 run to Rio's second favourite, 15-4, and then double figures. Yeah.
No, don't worry
So
about
evens.
that. Take the evens.
Okay. Mr. Burrows, you're on the Shepherd.
I've suggested a 1,000 rand win bet on the Shepherd because I think that's going to end up the strongest maiden form line in Durban in time to come. Great debut. We saw the winner come out straight away out of there and win again. And the horses that ran second, third, fourth are going to win their races. So a banker and worth a bet. Let's double our money.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's put the bet up bipods. And Darren Burrows has got the Shepherd straight up. He wants to put 1,000 rand of his money on, and he's taking some of the even money. So this is all on Friday, just bear in mind. And Daryl's got a bipod that's worked out. No doubt he's bank at number 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, by 2 and 8, by 7 and 10, by 1, 3 and 5, and the last leg 2, 3, 4 and 6. And if you take that for 100% bet, it's 336 rand cost. Second race is a handicap at the 76 level. They'll go over the 1,000 meters in this race. From a market perspective, it's Darren Burrows' open race. They've got 7-2 the field, of which one of them happens to be number 3 Stanley Park at 7-2, and the other one is number 4 Prince Kresh, also trading at around 7-2. What I know there are a number of horses, but if from top to bottom, your first, second, third choices?
Between Prince Kresh and Stanley Park for me. Now, Prince Kresh, course and distance specialist. 4 wins and 5 places from 12 starts. He's found consistency in his form, and I think Muzi Yeni in the saddle once again, he could get him home. Now, Stanley Park won well with the blinkers fitted last time out, and he gets 4 kilos off his back, so he could follow up.
Okay, those are the two. Is the match race for you?
No, I put the field in the bipods and the
Oh,
PA,
yes, you went
Clyde,
a lot of
so
horses, yeah. So.
nothing further to comment from our side.
Okay, well, there are a couple of shrewdies in the race, perhaps, that need to work in the race. So let's have a look. We'll ultimately, at the end of the day, how many are there running here? There were 8 that were carded, but the 8th is not running anymore, so that's gone. That'll leave you with the 7 runners. So you said quite a few. Is there a shrewdie? Is there a double figure horse out of all those bipod horses?
Anything can happen in this race, Clyde. Obviously, Stanley Park appreciates it being fitted with blinkers last time out. So if I was pushed into a corner, he's my first pick. But like I say, I make this a nightmare of a race. That Law Appy had his first one, Clyde. What is his name? Brevin Plaatjes.
Very nice.
Did you see that interview?
Very, very
Shame.
Very, very
We wish
nice.
him well, eh?
Absolutely.
Mr. Roberts seemed very pleased with the ride he gave him.
Yeah.
He said
He'll
he
give him a
listened to
chance.
instructions.
And he'll give him a chance. Okay, well, thanks for all of that. Let's
My
get
pleasure.
Let's get straight to the place accumulator. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, by 2 and 8, by bank at 10, by 1, 3 and 5, by 2, 3, 4 and 6, by bank at 12, by 5 and 6. That PA, 336 rand. Well, this is over the 1,400 metres, and number 8, Master Fuego's top of the boards at 22 to 10. Dean Canamea, sorry, Craig Zaki, they team up. They favourites, they're 22 to 10 first choice. So I want to go to Darren. Darren, you normally with the Canamea horses, you're normally spot on. So any idea, should we have a go here or bank a year, or what is your play?
Clyde, that was a good debut. I think he's still a bit backward. He lost ground at the start. He was staying on strongly. In a few months' time, I think he's going to be a class above these. I made the danger Kumamori. Now, last time I ran second to Aberdeen. That form line stood up quite nicely. That was a mile. I think that was stretching him a bit. And the 1,400 is going to be ideal. So he's racing fit. He's had the experience. Kumamori and Master Fuego to fight it out.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the form line, and when the horses, there are a few guys that I know, with the Kumamori, you have a look at that run to Aberdeen. Kumamori is the only horse that hasn't run. The third horse came out and won.
Ancient World and Tobacconist.
And Tobacconist, the fourth horse won.
This horse is ready to win his maiden. There's
Kumamori.
Yeah, of that there's no doubt.
Okay.
If you watch his latest replay, you'll actually see Aberdeen pestered him the whole way.
He's hanging.
Inside that final furlong. He just kept on intimidating him. Also, I like the fact that he's coming back to the 1,400. So he should go very close. I think Darren hit the nail on the head in that in a few months' time, the 8, who is Master Fuego, could be a division or two above what he meets over here.
Yeah.
In saying that, his class could get him through. I thought that was a very encouraging debut. Clyde, have a look at the dam. Umlilo, do you know who she is?
Just remind me.
Now this horse is related to Eye of the Prophet.
Okay, same family.
She's the dam of Eye of the Prophet.
Right.
But he's by Master of My Fate. So I think in time to come, a mile 1,800 is certainly going to be within his reach. Another thing I find very interesting of here, Clyde, that Craig Zaki and Dean Canamea have teamed up to date. They've had 14 runners. They've had no winners, no seconds. So I think Craig's itching to get one home for Dean.
Okay.
So 2 and 8.
This time of the year, some stables don't fire, hey? Some stables don't fire this time of the year for obvious reasons. We've got a pick 6 worked out for you. On the form line, we're going with this horse Kumamori, based on what's won already. Darren's worked out 1, 2, 4, and 8 by 7 and 10 in the pick 6. By 2, 3, 5, 10, 11. By 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. By 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And then he's bankering the 4. He's hoping that wins for him in the final leg of the pick 6. And that happens to be Papa C to win on Sunday. Let's get on to the 4th race now. We'll have a look at the market quickly and just see what the story is here. Billy of Tea is favourite, priced up 11 to 10. You'll get an idea, find out what happened on Saturday with Tra Quat. And because Billy of Tea does represent that form in a certain way. And 7, 99 Heroes is trading 13 to 10. Then Daryl, they got 11 to 1 bar 2.
Yeah, Clyde, this is the Gold Circle. Thanks and appreciates Mark de Kock Racing Stables maiden plate.
Is that so?
Over 17.
Also naming after trainers. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to look past the coupling of a year, Clyde.
Yes.
That's number 7, 99 Heroes, and number 10, Billy of Tea. I just think Billy of Tea's got a chance of reversing that form because everything went pear-shaped in running for him last time out. He really found himself at the back of the field with too much to make up, or too much ground to make up. So I'll give him a chance of reversing that form with 99 Heroes. I don't say it's guaranteed. I just say put them both in and be safe.
Okay, but it's those two, right? We don't need to worry.
No, you don't need more than that.
Okay. We don't need more than that. Do you hear that, Mr. Burrows? Are you in agreement?
2-horse race, Billy of Tea, 99 Heroes. They'll fight it out, Clyde.
Well done. Thank you. That's short and sweet and to the point. And in terms of that, Mr. Burrows has worked out the jackpot for us 7 and 10 by 2, 3, 5, 10, 11, by 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12. Cost 480 Rand. Four to 1 the field here now, so I don't know where to really start with a race like this. I can tell you that Reckless Love, number 10, favourite on the Friday morning at 4 to 1, and number 2, Blazing Kiss is 9 to 2. It's not an easy race. There's the update at the bottom of the screen in terms of your social media as well. That weighted to win our handle on Twitter or X, and then our WhatsApp 0691643272. Just send your name and email address, and the guys will add you onto that. There's also the QR code if you want to open your Betway account. Simpler, it's easier, and you can get your bets on that way. Mr. Burrows, this is not easy. I would imagine you go on field or something.
I went 5 runners, Clyde, but I think there's a horse we can have a small bet on called Diana the Huntress. Now, I remember on debut when this filly ran third, she turned into the straight a distance behind them, and she was absolutely flying home. Second start, she won on the bit. Third start, she went up there from a deep draw and faded. Then she was rested. And last time out, very encouraging comeback. She turned into the straight a long way back, and she was lashing home behind Sea Goddess. She's got the draw in her favour. Muzi Yeni retains the ride. 7 or 8 to 1, I thought worth a small bet.
Yeah, well, that's one of my favourite trainers in KwaZulu-Natal, Alison Wright and Kevin. I think they're a great team. And do you like that? I said 7 or 8 to 1.
You love it, Alison.
I do. What do you make of the race, Daryl Marie?
I like her chances. Diana the the Huntress. Clyde, penultimate start, she was running back to front. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Barring that, showing very nice progress with each and every run. So,
yes.
Strip fitter, all depends on how far she's going to be back turning for home, whether she's going to get there in time or not. But I certainly think she does represent the value in the race. You said the favourite is Reckless Love, number 10 at 4 to 1.
Yeah.
Do you want 8 to 1 that?
Really? And
Yeah,
2 Blazing
8 to 1.
Skies trading 9 to 2.
If you ask nicely, I'll give you 10 to 1.
Is that so?
Yeah. Not for me. Lady Canton, here's a filly that interests me, Clyde. Last time out on the poly track, things got very tight for her, and I think she hesitated for a stride or two. Penultimate start at Scottsville over 1950. She was just pulling far too hard in running, and despite that, she still got the job done. I think dropping back to the 1750 at Scottsville is going to be ideal for her. So she's my number 1 pick ahead of Diana the Huntress. And then the only other runner I've included is African Beat.
Okay.
So
Well, you'll
5,
hear what's
3,
going
and
on.
1.
On Laughs Group, he's got a group he sends to his owners. And
Yes.
Yeah, you can get all that information. Mr. Burrows, all right, so we've heard what you like, and we got that update from you as well. Let's have a look at what the selections are here. It's Diana the Huntress. Daryl's also on the same page, but does give that horse Lady Canton a chance as well. Nice sauce on Friday anyway. Priced up around 7 to 1. Welcome back. This event is a handicap over 1,200 meters. It's at the 88 level. I'm going to ask Daryl Marie to give me his view on this horse, American Graffiti, that Sean Terry trains and Richard Ferree is going to be riding. I mean, he's placed as Sean in feature races. I mean, she must have ability, this
Absolutely.
Horse. Maybe, I don't know if she's been disappointed for
She
Sean
has
or
been.
not, or what. But
Call a spade, Clyde. She's been disappointed.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I actually think they're trying to teach this filly how to settle. They've been giving her a chance recently. Making her handicap debut, I'll give her a winning chance because this isn't a strong lineup whatsoever. It's a competitive lineup, but I think she's more than capable with what she meets over here. Bomber
Never
Girl,
been to Scottsville, that horse.
No.
Favorite. No.
Bomber
First time
Girl.
Scottsville.
Now that you touch on never been to Scottsville, this filly, Bomber Girl, loves it at Scottsville. 1,200 up the straights, she's at her best, so you have to respect her. Querandi, very disappointing next time out. Excuse me, Clyde, I need to take her hauls.
Yes, take one.
Sweet Symphony. Now, here's a filly that actually appreciated the step up to 1,200 last time out. She's in good form. Respect for her. And one other, Harley's Fate. I actually think this filly is a much better turf horse. So I'm expecting a lot of improvement from Harley's Fate. So I went numbers 2, 3, 4, and 6. I think you can expect another honest run from Sweet Symphony, though.
Okay. Sweet Symphony number 6 on the card. Mr. Burrows, your summary, sir?
Pretty much the same. American Graffiti, handicap debut, Bomber Girl, love Scottsville, Sweet Symphony, loved the step up in trip, Harley's Fate, bottom weight back at Scottsville. So pretty much in the same camp.
Thank you very much. Selections then are as follows. We've got a double 2, 3, 4, and 6. Darren Burrows has confirmed he likes same. And then in race number 7, Daryl in his double is going with 2 Royal Victory, the 6 Black White Diamond, and the 12 Seeking the Stars. This has got to be the best race on the day. It's a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,200 meters. And from a market perspective, I can tell you, with regards to this race, that number 9, Beechamwood Boy, is top of the boards at 9-2. They bet 9-2 the field. The 12, Seeking the Stars, is 9-2. 11-2, Captain Bombshell. 11-2, the 7, Pray for Rain. And then nice ones in here, the likes of Mr. Starter, Mr. Master Starter, Royal Victory. I mean, these are talented horses when they start firing up. I see Rakesh has moved quite a lot of horses to Allison. Got this horse Seeking the Stars debuting for her now. I must have a chance.
Phone him, Clyde.
Rakesh,
Come on,
I'll
phone Rakesh.
I'm not to phone him now, but
Come
yes,
on,
we'll
we
get
need
hold
the
of
green
Rakesh.
light over here.
Good man, Rakesh, but
I'll make him.
first,
I can't believe his price. What price is he?
9-2.
Jeez,
The field, they bet 9-2.
that's an unbelievable price, Clyde. Firstly, what's interesting over here, they've taken the blinkers off, right?
Right.
Okay, he comes out of Grade 1 form, Grade 1 Mercury, Grade 1 Golden Horse,
Yes.
and he's best weighted. Have a look at the ratings here, Clyde. He's a net 117. Second best in his Royal Victory, a net 110. Now that's 7
3.5
pounds
kilo.
or 3.5 kilograms.
And?
But you also have to take it into account that Royal Victory never earned his rating over 1,200.
Yes, that can't be
He's
correct.
probably a 7 furlong miler.
He's a miler.
Pray for Rain,
Yes.
the third best horse,
Yes.
or best weighted, is a 1,000-meter horse.
Right.
And Good Travelers off form currently. So I actually think this is an unbelievable price. The one concern is the removal of the blinkers. But I do make him the horse to beat, and at the weights he most certainly is. Royal Victory improved in his second run after rest. He's always been a lovely horse, and I expect him to be thereabouts at the finish. And then one we have to touch on is Black White Dynamite. Now I know his best form could possibly be on the poly track, but in my opinion he should be unbeaten with the blinkers on. And he's only got 52 kilograms to shoulder. He is under sufferance, or he's out at the weight. But I think I think with those blinkers, he's a different horse.
Okay, it's interesting because it may be a few years ago that Seeking the Stars won the Matcham and got within a couple of lengths of Jet Dark and that. So hopefully he hasn't lost his ability, whatever the case may be. But he's been in superb company, and maybe Daryl's onto something here at 9-2. Mr. Burrows, are you also onto Seeking the Stars?
He is the class horse in the race. You know, he is an entire 6-year-old, getting on a bit. He battled to win a maiden without blinkers on, and they fitted blinkers on him, and he was a different horse. So it's interesting that they've removed the blinkers. He must have a chance. I thought Royal Victory, the horse to beat. He is best from 14 to a mile, but the 1,200, he's going to slipstream that front pack, and he's got a terrific turn of foot. He runs well fresh. Black White Dynamite, a poly specialist, but if he can bring that poly form to the turf, he must have a chance. Beechamwood Boy is another horse that's improving with each and every start. It could get tricky.
All right. So thanks, Darren. Thank you for that. Darren Burrows confirming it's got a chance, but Good Traveler, but what's it called? Royal Victory he's going to be his first choice.
You know what, Clyde? I think whatever I've said over there, you can take with a pinch of salt. Because
Wow.
you know the source Seeking the Stars, who I'm actually tipping, to earn his rating of a further 2. Not over 1,200. But I still think he's got the class. I mean, his runs in the Matcham and the Mercury, I mean not the Matcham, the Mercury and the Golden Horse are good enough over here. So
So on that screen now, it says we're backing it. Are we still backing it?
at 9-2, I think he's worth a bet.
Yes. Thank you. That takes care of the 7. Well, the 8th and final is going to be, I would imagine, a quartet race, especially when they bet 9-2 the field. The interesting thing here is I'm going to Darren Burrows because I know he's bankered number 4, Papa C, in his play, and priced up 11-2. I recall somehow that you went for Papa C before, and I think it won or something like that some time ago, Mr. Burrows.
Yes, Clyde. The punters always want to get out of it in the last race and have a strike. And I like to tip a horse outright in the last race of the day. And I've fallen on Papa C. I think he's good value at around 4-1. Last time out, his comeback run over a mile with this apprentice Liaba, he got beat narrowly. I thought he actually got up to win, but he failed by a short head. He's going to love the step up to 1950. He's got the draw in his favor, the 4 kilos off his back. I think he's worth a bet.
Very interesting and got fairly consistent form to date. Papa C, you give it a chance, Daryl?
Yeah, Duncan's horses are running ultra consistently here, Clyde.
They are.
Do I think he's a 1950-meter horse, though? I think he's a mile and a half.
Even
At
further.
his best, a mile and a half.
But
So
his
if-
last run was a cracker,
It
wasn't
was a cracker. But if he doesn't find this on the sharp side, I think he can win.
it? Right.
I'm expecting a lot of improvement from the Bund, number 5. I liked his comeback effort, Clyde. You know, he was doing things the wrong way in that race. I think he was above himself in his comeback start because he was really over racing. And for him to only have been beaten 3.5 lengths, I thought that was a fair enough effort. Then, second run after rest, never in contention. I'm hoping he's better than that. I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. I actually think he's going to win his races in time to come. So I'm just going to say, maybe if you want to double float our top 2 picks, 4 and 5 in this quartet, there's usually a quartet carryover, isn't there?
No, it normally gets a
In the
decent
last
pool,
race.
doesn't it?
I'm just going to say the Bund to improve.
Okay. So double float.
Let's hope they run 4 from 5 over here. I think
Yeah, that'd
everyone
be
will
great.
be happy.
Awesome. 4 and 5 this Sunday, the last race, those two. Papa C, however, is Darren's first choice. Daryl doesn't mind it as long as the 1950 is not too sharp for it. And maybe that's the play. Let's take the quartet double float 4 and 5 and take some of the... What price did I say this horse was, Papa C? 9 to 2? No, 11 to 2. Let's take some of the 11 to 2 about Papa C. Thanks, everybody. Waited to win. Betway's waited to win. Trust, it's all been good for you too. Ricky, Dylan, Rosh, and the team that normally always help us on the weekends. Again, thank you. And have a super spring September.